weird fucking guys. You're doing a manly thing, and you're a fucking dork.
I've got my lightsaber wearing my Pokemon hat today. Like, what the fuck is this shit?
Wow, you're a real Renaissance man, you know that?
Goddamn man-child.
What a fucking dork.
Yeah. But he's our dork.
This is not for children.
This one kind of is for children.
I don't know. I'm
Not
sure
really.
I'll end up cursing a lot.
No, I don't mean it. I just mean like our subject matter. It's kind of, in a lot of ways, it is for children.
Well, it's going to be our Halloween episode.
Yep.
You know what, dude? Let's start by so let's talk about movies, man. Like,
Yeah.
remember like your Halloween movies?
My Halloween movies. I mean, obviously, Halloween is always a Halloween movie, right? Halloween itself.
Yeah.
We would watch that. I think we went through maybe like a few years where we would watch that. But as a kid, I mean, it always had to have something to do with like monsters or horror or something like that, obviously. So, like, do you remember Monster Squad? Monster Squad was like a Halloween movie for us. Like, we would
Really?
like go trick or treating and then go sit somewhere and watch fucking Halloween or Candyman. We watched Candyman a lot.
Really? Candyman legitimately scared the fucking shit out of me.
Scared the balls off of me.
So I didn't watch Candyman, but I could watch Freddy. I was a Freddy guy.
Yeah?
I loved
The first Nightmare on Elm Street's fucking scary.
Well, so the first one was scary, and then what was the last one they made where
Like Robert Englund? You mean like recently?
no, it wasn't recent.
Oh.
It was like 20 years ago. It was like the last. They made it modern, but they like kind of somehow.
Oh, the one with the dude from Watchmen, from Bad News Bears, that kid. They like recast Freddy Krueger.
No. I don't think they recast him, but they somehow.
It's not Robert Englund.
It was Robert Englund
Oh.
because they did like this whole thing where it was like real life, and they were like, oh
Yeah,
well,
that's what I'm talking about. Where Robert Englund and the actress are like, and it's like her nightmare or some shit in real life.
something like that. Yeah,
I do remember.
yeah.
I didn't see it, but I know what you're talking about.
So I remember watching that one a lot and liked it, and it scared me. You know, I don't know. There was always something creepy about the. So this is the thing you got to know. I used to have night terrors.
Oh,
You know
yeah?
what a night terror is?
Yeah,
Yeah. You ever
Yeah.
experienced that? You ever seen
not
that?
me personally, but I know somebody that does.
So I would have these crazy, vivid fucking nightmares. And I'm saying this out loud because the audience may not understand what I'm saying. So a night terror is when you're having a fucking nightmare and it blurs with reality because you wake up in the middle of it and you're still kind of hallucinating and see parts of the nightmare. And this would happen to me. And some people get up and they sleepwalk, they call it, or it's a very real thing,
Right.
like some people probably look at it and they think, oh, that's bullshit. I know that there's been cases where people have literally stabbed people in their sleep and claimed that they were sleepwalking, and there was no way to prove whether or not the person was conscious when this
Yeah.
occurred. So
They get away with it.
kind of, yeah. But let me tell you this from my experience. I've never lashed out or hurt anybody, but I've woken up freaking the fuck out, scared out of my mind. And I remember, still to this day, vividly remember seeing or hallucinating. I can remember what it looked like. I can remember this giant fucking snake that I thought was coiling up around me. And I mean, massive fucking snake. Remember the movie Conan when he's like,
Yeah.
he walks in and that giant snake's in the, kind of like that, something like that. That probably might have been the inspiration for the fucking
For the dream?
nightmare,
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to love Conan.
Yeah, Conan's great.
But, so like as a kid, growing up, having these night terrors and then watching Freddy,
Yeah.
it all correlated and it was all like my nightmares. There was a fucking person Like there was like a face to put to like this is a person that's torturing me.
Dude,
you know?
the concept of Nightmare on Elm Street is fucking terrifying.
Oh yeah,
It's terrifying.
don't go to sleep,
Don't
and
go
then
to
you
sleep.
have
Yeah.
insomnia, and you're fucking losing your mind because your brain needs to rest.
Yeah.
You
So that's
know?
the thing is like a lot of these horror franchises, some of them have like tremendous ideas to expound on.
Yeah,
And then other ones are just kind of like, okay, I don't get it. Which they have like a look to them and you think like, oh, this looks fucking awesome.
yeah.
But it ultimately isn't. And I think like Hellraiser's like one of those. Like Hellraiser
Hellraiser scared the fucking shit out of
It
me.
looks
dude.
awesome. It
Yeah.
looks awesome. But to watch it and to listen to the storytelling and shit like that, you're just like, I don't fucking get it.
Yeah.
You know? But I love the first one. But that's another one that's got fucking 400 fucking sequels that I don't
Yeah.
give a shit about.
Yeah.
Because the execution is just not there.
Yeah.
But each time, Pinhead looks fucking great. The
Yeah.
Cenobites look fucking great. But the story is just super lacking. But
So
like with
isn't
A
that the way it
Nightmare-
always goes though?
Yeah.
Like they either have a great fucking story and or like so Saw was one of the few movies that I
I've
really
never seen Saw. I've never seen Saw 2, none of them.
I highly recommend watching the first one
Yeah.
and then just pretend like the other ones don't exist.
Really?
And I know that there's Saw fans out there that are gonna be like, no, this one was good and that one. It's like Fast and the Furious, dude.
My
which is
son
like,
loves Fast and Furious.
It's horrible.
Yeah,
Dude,
but
it's
he
fucking
loves
horrible.
it. It's like his
You know?
guilty pleasure.
Yeah, like as a car guy, I'm like, okay, let's see what cars they're using this time, you know. And
Right.
there's like it's fun on the car side of things, but the action sequences got so ridiculous that it's like this is a joke, you know. This started out as you know a group of friends that were like literally stealing semi trucks,
Right.
you know, with Honda Civics, and now they're jumping Euro sports cars from one fucking tower into another.
Yeah.
You know, and then like, you know, like racing across the Antarctic and fucking like it's just so
outrageous.
ridiculous.
Yeah, it's outrageous.
You know, and they're super spies and shit, and it's like, dude, come on, that's
Right.
so stupid. You know.
Yeah. But
But,
Nightmare is like one of those ideas that is so good
Yeah.
that if anybody does it right,
Yeah.
like I think like as that story went on, like Freddy became more and more comical.
Yeah.
And like
well, that's part of the fun
Yeah.
too.
Right.
That's why I didn't mind watching it because there was like silly shit that would happen that would bring you out of your fear,
Right.
and you would laugh at it and go, "Ah, okay." Remember, this is just a
the
fictional
first
story.
one was terrifying for me, man.
Yeah.
Terrifying. I mean,
Yeah.
I was a kid too. You know, Pet Sematary was fucking terrifying too when I was a kid.
Pet Cemetery was scary.
But I watch
Cujo
it
scared
now.
me.
I watch Pet Sematary now. It's like watching a Lifetime movie.
Really?
Yeah, like the
Children of
production
the-
value and stuff. It's just not that good.
Well, that's dude. I mean, Stephen King for some reason always had some kind of fucking problem making movies, man.
Yeah.
It was always.
Certain movies suck. Like the Tommy Knockers. I thought that fucking blew.
I read all of his books.
Yeah,
I
books
do.
are great.
You know, I think it just doesn't translate.
Nah.
You know, Pet Cemetery for the time,
Pet Sematary is a great book, and
But-
it's not a bad movie.
it wasn't a bad movie. There's been a few Stephen King movies that did, I think, all right. You know, the Children of the Corn was awesome.
Is that Stephen King? Children of the Corn?
I believe so.
I don't know. Is it? I don't know. I'd have to look it up.
There's always The Shining.
Yeah, The Shining's great.
You know, The Shining was a mind fuck.
Yeah.
You know,
Shining's scary, man.
it is. It's creepy as shit, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was I thinking of? I was thinking of another one too. That what I wanted to say though is because our generation is better, you know. Fuck these young people. Dude, they don't do nothing, man. They don't have nothing.
They're not interested in anything.
Dude, they're like you know, they're social justice warriors. That's what
That's
they are.
what you were thinking of earlier.
Social
Yeah, yeah,
justice
yeah, yeah, yeah.
warriors. I'm gonna save everybody because I'm a fucking hero. You're not a fucking hero. You're a fucking jerk off from the neighborhood. You're just a nobody.
Get a hobby.
Get a fucking hobby.
So
Anyway, so what I was gonna get at with that is the new generation doesn't have comedy. They don't have any decent horror movies. They're like redoing all the old ones.
yeah.
You know, which like is disgusting to me.
But I mean, like, see, I say that, but I think there was plenty of stuff that was getting redone when but there was a lot of good original content.
So that's
on
the
top of
point.
it.
I know that there were remakes being.
Yeah.
They were always.
Like, I mean, like The Fly is
Yeah.
based on an old movie, but it's not the same fucking movie.
Dude, The Fly.
I love The Fly,
I
dude.
can't watch it.
I
dude.
fucking love The Fly.
I'm not. It's gross
One of
as
my
shit.
favorite movies of all time.
Really?
Yeah. It's up there. That and RoboCop.
Yeah, we know.
Like
you
there's
love
like there's
RoboCop.
these like
that
this
Robo
fucking
Dick.
there's like 5 like really like B-rate kind of movies that I'm just like I can't fucking turn this off. I have to watch it.
Yeah.
RoboCop and The Fly would be 2 of them. I don't know,
Really?
but yeah, I fucking love them. I love them. Yeah, but Halloween. Let's get back to that.
Halloween. Let's stay on topic
Yeah.
here. Scary, scary stuff. So young people don't listen to, like I noticed, even the music. Like, dude, we had like, I was thinking about music the other day, and I was like, dude, we had Marilyn Manson and fucking heavy metal with like scary fucking bands that had like blood,
Slayer.
you know, Gwar and
Gwar.
fucking Slayer.
Yeah,
Cannibal
Gwar was a
Corpse.
good fucking band too.
Dude, Gwar was like
But it's
erotic horror punk.
all
you know,
anybody ever
shock,
thinks
you
of
know?
is like that weird fucking stage show.
Yeah.
But if you were to just put a Gwar album on,
Oh yeah.
without the visual,
Yeah.
Gwar's an amazing fucking.
But
band.
if you played that for young kids now, a 20-year-old kid right now,
Yeah.
they would like be like, "Oh my god, my ears hurt. I can't. I don't know what this. Why is he singing about eating a fucking dead body?" And you're like, "Because it was fucking great. I don't know. Because it was provocative and like you didn't think the guy was really doing it, but it was like fun to be scary and creepy and you know." That was the whole thing about Marilyn Manson and that
yeah,
whole
he was like shock rock.
yeah, well, it's the same thing all over and over again. Alice Cooper, the fucking, you know, like it was all it's all a repeat. It's been done.
And it gets a little bit more extreme with each generation, but there's like nothing extreme anymore.
well, right now,
Yeah.
I think we're going through a cycle.
Yeah.
I think right now you have like this monotone, like bland era, and then after this, people are going to get creative again because we're tired of like.
Not being creative.
Yeah, we're tired of like we're bored. Dude, this is stupid. Nobody's creating anything awesome. And then you're gonna start seeing the real fucking stars pop back up, and they're gonna, you know, the younger people are gonna start creating cool shit again. I think so. I really do. I believe in the really like my kids' generation. Your kids are a little too old. My kids' generation, I think they're gonna do cool shit.
Right.
They're gonna get fucking nuts, you know. And I'm going to sit back and watch it, you know? Your kids' generation, they're a bunch of jerk-offs. No offense, John. No offense.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what it's like. Like, what do you get into? Like, what do you kids even fucking like? You know what I mean? I can't wrap my head around it.
On my life.
On God, yo.
On God. On my life.
On God.
On my life.
On my-
Shut up, asshole. I was watching this interview with this fat fucking moron white kid. Dude, he was a ginger fat fuck. Okay? I don't know his name. I have no clue. He's got gold teeth and he talks like, you know what I'm saying, son? You know what I'm saying? So, like, and then there's a black dude that's interviewing him. Black dude's like, yo, bro.
Yeah, dial it back.
We noticed that, like, you grew up in a black neighborhood. We get all that. But you're dropping M-bombs left and right. And you even did it in your music. Now, the kid did, like, acknowledge that, like, yeah, I fucked up. I shouldn't have been doing that, you know? But the way he talks is just so fucking dumb. And it's like, I don't know why as a culture we're encouraging fucking dumb behavior. Like, how come we haven't evolved past this moment yet? I think every generation has, like, the cool kids always pretend to be dumb as fuck. But then you have a lot of dumb fucking people that think that that's the way it's supposed to be. Like, we're not encouraging higher standards, you know?
Right.
So anyway, to keep this back on topic, though, is where the fuck are all the horror movies? You
I don't know.
So I've been like trying to like keep an eye out. Like I've been watching movie trailers. Dude, before I met Gabby and had kids, I loved going to the movies.
Yeah.
I would go to the movies by myself. Like if I was working out of town and I was doing an overnighter, for the evening I would go catch a movie and watch a movie by myself. I love doing it. I don't fucking care. I'll sit here and eat a giant thing of popcorn and a fucking Slurpee by
I used
myself.
to like being able to just go to the movies.
Yeah.
Now it's like I have to reserve a fucking seat to go to the movies.
Yeah,
And
I don't
really-
mind that
yeah.
because especially with they do
I
have
mean,
some
they
cool.
are really comfortable fucking seats now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice experience, but it's like I used to just like to be able to be like, you know what? I'm not doing nothing. I'm gonna go to the movies.
Yeah.
You know?
So, I just feel like there's like no good comedy. There's no good horror. You know, it'll come back. I think it'll come back. Right now, we're in like this weird slump as a civilization. I think it'll bounce back. But anyway, this is all sounding very fucking sad and morbid. And oh my god, life sucks right now. Let me tell you this, dude. I have 2 little fucking kids that are over the
They can't fucking wait.
goddamn moon.
I love Halloween.
Dude, you came in and you asked them, like, hey, what are you going to be for Halloween? And they both were like, I'm going to be a mermaid. And my son's like, I don't fucking know. I'm just going to get dressed up and have fun. You know?
Yeah.
And I'm sure.
But I wonder, like, is it different now? Like, I have a daughter who gets really into Halloween,
Yeah.
and she gets into it, and she's
Yeah.
like, "Wait till you see my costume. Wait till you fucking see it." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." And then she like does her costume, and she's like, "Isn't it great?" And I'm like, "I don't know what this is." You know what I mean? And I'm just like last year, her and her friend were like characters from Mean Girls. That movie, Mean Girls. Like, girls love that movie, Mean Girls.
Really?
They love it. And
Is that an old movie?
yeah, it's kind of old. It's not like, but like my daughter is at that age where she's discovering things that are cool.
Oh.
And like what's like, I got really flattered the other day. She tells me, she goes, "Why is it that every time you tell me about something, all of my friends suddenly fucking like it?"
Because we're awesome?
And I'm like what? And she goes, "Because I'm like made it a point to tell her about Donnie Darko."
Oh, yeah.
Because I was like, "You would love this movie," and I put it on, and we start watching it, and like she's listening to the music because now she's like in the music, and she's like, "Oh, this is great, Tears for Fears," and you know, like she was really digging it.
Nice.
And then like Frank the Bunny comes on, and she thinks that's cool, and she's like, "What the hell's going on here?" And then I gotta explain like the whole story to her, and it's like, you know, it's a time travel thing and all this shit, and then and she's just really into it. And then, like, a week later, all of her friends were into Donnie Darko all of a sudden.
Nice.
You know? And she was like, "How do you know about all this cool shit?" And it's like, because we actually liked cool shit growing up. You know what I mean? So, like, she's like, "Well, tell me some more cool shit," you know? And then, like, I'm telling her about Stand By Me and, like, all these, like, movies and shit that I think she would dig.
Yeah.
And, but, like, that's the fun of, like, see, like, I have, like, this fun relationship with my daughter that isn't, like my son Johnny, I have a fun relationship with him because we like bonded over a lot of the same geeky stuff.
Cool.
But like me and Victor like bond over just being like dudes.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But like it's not like a whole lot of special interest. But with my daughter, it's fun because she reminds me a lot of me.
Yeah.
Like with the music and like the artistic stuff and you know things
Well,
like that nature.
I'm noticing as a dad, there's no such thing as loving one more than the other.
Oh no,
or
you love them all different.
but that also means that your relationship with each one of them is different
unique.
and unique.
Yeah.
And it's so fascinating because, you know, on my side, dude, Genevieve gravitates. She's so clever and so inquisitive. She's a very cerebral young kid, you know? Christopher's fun and playful, and he'll probably end up skateboarding like I did or racing dirt bikes, and he wants to fix cars, and he wants to, you know, he'll be more hands-on, you know? But he doesn't give too much of a shit about, like, well, why is it like that? How come it does that, Dad? That's Genevieve.
Right, she's more inquisitive.
Genevieve is awesome with that. So let me bring it back to the Halloween thing. So we're upstairs. They're watching fucking movies. I have movies downloaded on the Apple TVs. It's just certain movies that they watch. Pikachu, Spider-Man, fucking Mario Brothers. So for some stupid fucking reason, I ended up downloading Ghostbusters Aftermath.
Is that like the new one with the kids?
The newest one with the
Pretty
kids.
good. Not terrible.
Not terrible.
Yeah.
So I actually enjoyed it. And then we'll dive into this. But so I put it on. Genevieve's a little worried at first. She's like, "Oh man, you know, I'm gonna get scared." And I'm like, "No, it's okay."
Nah, it's not like that.
I'm like, "It's okay. Yeah, there's scary parts, but there's good guys, and they're gonna catch the ghosts." And I'm like explaining that to her. I'm like, "They catch the ghosts. They have special machines that they made, and they're gonna catch the ghost because you know who's afraid of ghosts? or I started like singing the song to her. I
Yeah.
was like, something about like, who you gonna call? Ghostbusters, you know, and like that. So now she loves the song.
Right.
When I pick her up from school, she's always like, play the song. I ain't afraid of no ghosts, you know. So she's all excited. So we're watching the movie.
He's got the Ghostbuster car around the corner.
I know.
That dude's got that car. It's made up
The
like
Crown
the
Vic.
Ecto-1.
Yeah,
it's pretty
yeah.
cool.
So we'll have to stop and show. I haven't seen it. I think he's just got it parked in his driveway right now. But I took a picture of it a while ago.
Yeah.
So anyway, we watched the movie all the way through, and then at the end of the movie, all of the original cast is there. Now, other than
the guy who's dead.
the guy who passed away, they used a
Harold
digital,
Ramis.
like an AI version of him, you know?
Okay.
And he didn't talk. They didn't use his voice. He was a ghost there. But dude, let me tell you this. So, this is how I'm like an emotional dad, you know? Like, so like the little kid, you know, Ray's fucking, or is that what his name was? Ray?
Egon?
Egon.
Yeah.
Egon's grandkid is holding the fucking,
The trap?
no.
Or the fucking ray gun or whatever the fuck they're
the
called.
gun thing, yeah,
Yeah.
I forget what it was called.
I forget what they're called too.
So anyway, the kid's holding it, and he's trying to catch the fucking bad guy, the monster, or whatever, the woman thing that's from the original movie, and it's a little girl. And dude, the shot pans out, and you see that Egon's ghost is helping her hold it.
Oh, cool.
Dude, I like started like fucking tearing up,
Yeah?
and I'm like looking at Genevieve, and Genevieve's all excited, and she's fucking glued
But
to
she
the
doesn't
TV.
understand the nostalgia of it.
And I'm just like, oh, dude, I'll help you conquer the world, little kid. I'm telling you right now, like, this is me and you. This is me and you know? And I'm all fucking excited. And I'm like, and then I saw that the other Ghostbusters, Ray and Winston and fucking
and Bill Murray, Peter Venkman.
Peter, you know, they come walking out from behind the car, and they're like, you know, they have like these little catch lines that they use, and I'm like, dude, the original cast is here.
That's cool.
They're fucking here.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm all excited. So I start telling Genevieve, I'm like, these guys are the original Ghostbusters, and I'm all excited so she can see that it's making me happy. And she's like, really? There's other movies? And I'm like, yeah, there's other movies. And she's like, oh, well, we got to watch them. And I'm like, we're going to watch them. We're going to watch all
That's
of them,
cool,
you know?
man. Yeah, I
So-
like that. I love like a fun, scary movie. Like there's like a horror element to it, but it's fun. Like fucking Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice is good.
Beetlejuice is great. My daughter loves Beetlejuice.
You know what movie I really liked, and I
What's
used to
that?
watch it a lot, was The Frighteners with Michael J. Fox.
I don't remember that.
So, I'm trying to think. He was like Michael J. Fox played this guy that I think his wife died or something, but he could see ghosts, and he was the only one.
Oh, I think I do remember this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I do remember something.
And there
like
was
that.
like a bad ghost that was like a serial killer that was going around killing people and shit.
Yeah.
And like, so I was a big Michael J. Fox fan though.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because I just watched this documentary called Still, and it's about his life. And dude, he had Parkinson's since
For
he
a
was in
while?
his 20s.
No shit.
Like he used to hide it. In fact, they started showing clips.
It's heartbreaking, man, to watch him. It's really like, I mean, I don't want to make it sound like whatever the fuck, like,
Dude.
I mean, you can't help but respect that dude.
Let me tell you something, man. So they're doing this documentary and they're asking him about it, and he's like ticking and he's like moving and shit, and he's like he said something, and the producer said, well, why do you want to do this documentary? You know, do you want to just tell your story? And he's like, that's boring. I don't want to tell that story. Let's tell like how I did this and was successful for a long time while managing it, you know? Like, so like, dude, he got Parkinson's when he was on Family Ties.
Wow.
Like in the beginning.
Wow.
In the beginning of his career, like they started telling him, dude, this is not going to end. There is no cure for this. This is what you're going to deal with forever, you know? And anyway, we deviated again.
Yeah,
We're supposed to
right.
stay on Halloween. But anyway, I'm a huge Michael J. Fox fan. Obviously, I love the DeLorean and the, you know, that was another car movie that, like, to me, it's a car
Back to
movie.
the Future is great.
You know? So,
All right, let's take a deep breath.
okay.
And we're going to get straight up into Halloween.
Straight up into
Straight up into
Halloween. Go
Halloween.
balls deep into
Balls
Halloween.
deep into the Halloween.
You like that? You like when chicks dress like all slutty, sexy, like
On
zombie?
Halloween?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
of
go a little
course.
dirty right now. Let's get.
Of course I do. Why wouldn't
Yeah?
I?
There's nothing sexier than like a
You know what's sexy?
zombie nun with her like fucking tits hanging out, dude.
You know what chicks I've always found to be like crazy hot?
What?
I used to be like really crazy into hockey.
Hockey?
But when I would go to like Flyers games,
Yeah.
all the chicks wearing their fucking like Flyers jerseys and shit like that,
Yeah.
always like some smoking hot chicks.
That does
at Flyers
nothing for
games.
me.
It's not about hockey. It's
Yeah.
just that like there's just this element at hockey games of like crazy hot girls.
Yeah. So I grew up racing dirt bikes, and I
Yeah.
definitely know the novelty of like if you saw a chick that was wearing riding gear,
Yeah, yeah.
you're like, I would fuck her.
Yeah,
like
it's a
so,
boner.
like it's like, but you're like when you really like, I'm sure if you saw her in regular clothes, you'd be like, dude, she's like a fucking 6. But because she's wearing riding clothes,
It's
she's
different.
like
Yeah.
she's a dirt bike 10. You know, she's a fucking.
Yep, I know what you mean. All right, let's get into Halloween.
All right, Halloween, slutty, zombie nun, Halloween chicks.
Yeah.
Dude, what is with, like, when you turn fucking 18, why is it that, like, you gotta turn into a fucking sloppy whore on fucking Halloween night, dude? They're like, oh, it's a Halloween party. Nobody can stay humble and be like,
Like,
you know.
yeah, it's like we don't even need to get creative anymore. Let's
Dude,
just put on the nasty
my
shit
lips
we
are gonna
can
be
think
hanging
of.
out the bottom
We
of this
said this on the
mini
last
skirt.
one about the Renaissance Fair. It's like they got their lips hanging out. Like,
Dude, the
what?
Renaissance Fair is just a summer-long
Halloween
fest. That's all it is, dude. It's fucking
Yeah.
nuts. I highly encourage you go check it out sometime.
Yeah,
Eat a giant fucking turkey drumstick and walk around with a hard
dude.
on.
I'll be honest with you. I've been like dead set against Renaissance fairs
Now you
my
wanna do
entire
it.
fucking life. Now I'm like, yeah, I love turkey legs, and I just want to go just to see.
Dude, it's crazy.
Yeah, I want to see.
I couldn't believe how many fucking. I swear, I thought it was gonna be like 100 and something dorks, and I was gonna sit around and watch a
Nah,
couple.
it's probably great, right?
Dude, it's thousands of fucking people. It's like going to Disney World.
I'm going.
The food is really good, actually. It's like Disney World because it's very expensive.
Yeah.
But there is a lot of activities there that are really cool. Like there's some neat shit. And then the
Cool.
jousting thing, you sit in a field, you watch these guys talk about jousting. They don't
And
really
then they joust.
Yeah, they don't really like hurt each other, but it's like an acted out
Right.
like a one act skit.
Yeah, I'm
you
gonna
know?
go. I'm gonna go to a Renaissance fair.
I
just for
highly
fun.
encourage you get all the kids
just to
together.
go people watching. You know?
Well, people watching, but also enjoy yourself,
Yeah,
man. Because I
absolutely.
really I was pleasantly surprised at how much fun we actually had, and the
Yeah.
kids had fun. Even your adult children will have a good time. You
Cool.
know, so it's really a pretty neat time.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not that far. I think it's like an hour and 15-minute drive from here. So,
what was Halloween like for you as a kid?
all right, we're gonna take it humble again. So I lived in Lower Norwood growing up, which was great for Halloween because the houses were all twins and they were all in circles. You know?
Yeah, the circle. Yeah, the
So
acres.
Martin Lane, Love Lane, and then our circle was Essex and Winona and all these roads. So all the houses were really fucking close together. And then obviously our generation, there was lots of kids.
Right.
So every fucking house had a bowl of candy, and we would take our fucking pillowcases and wander the neighborhoods and just fill up that fucking pillowcase. I
Yeah.
mean, dude, to the brim.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Around
thousands.
here was wild.
Yeah.
Now I only know because I grew up in Philadelphia,
Right.
but my mother lived out here,
Yeah.
and I can remember just a few times we made it a point to come here to trick or treat,
Yeah.
and the candy differential was exponential.
Because we ain't poor motherfuckers.
Yeah, it was different. It was different, dude.
We give out them full-size candy
Yeah.
bars, not them little fucking fun-size.
It was wild. I remember, like, we'd go to my grandmother's house and I'd go, like, trick-or-treating with my cousins and stuff. And I gotta say, like, I cleaned up good here, Halloween-wise. but I didn't quite enjoy it as much as I did in Philadelphia.
Yeah,
Just because they were like my friends there and stuff
well, you
like that.
knew those people.
Yeah, I didn't
you know?
like. I wasn't close with like my cousins and stuff growing up.
See,
so.
now I'm the opposite around here.
Yeah.
Like, even now, we've taken my kids over to my dad's house in Norwood, which he doesn't own the house no more, so it kind of sucks. But we used to, like, walk them around that neighborhood, and it's crazy because now I'm seeing people that we grew up with.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, shit, he's got his kids out here, too. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, it's like, dude, I know the neighborhood. I know that my kids are safe right now. I'm with them, so they're okay. But we'll do around here. But this little area where we live at right here, the houses are a little more spread out. So it's they're not going to clean up as good as they did. Although Ridley, right down the street here, has some circles. We should go walk around down there.
Yeah.
You know?
Definitely. Ridley's a good place to fucking trick or treat.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So.
But like, did you get excited for it? Like, what were you like leading up to it? Like, did you think it was a big fucking deal, or were you just like, that day's gonna come, I'm gonna dress up and?
So I'm a fall kid. Yeah. I always loved the fall season. So it's not. So Halloween, Thanksgiving, all of that.
I love Thanksgiving.
Yeah, man. I always loved Thanksgiving. I was excited. So we did some like things. Like on Thanksgiving morning, my dad would load up me and my brothers and all of our dirt bikes, and we would go riding over in New Jersey all day.
Nice.
And we wouldn't really eat a lot of food, so then we would come home and eat Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So like there was a lot of like, dude, this season coming up.
It's exciting.
Halloween,
it's fun.
Thanksgiving, Christmas used to be
good,
very
wholesome fucking fun.
Yeah.
For the like the fall season.
And even now, like, so like I listen to a lot of music and I try not to turn the TV on as background noise. But like even now, I've noticed that I'm putting on Halloween music. Like, all right, we're gonna put on Halloween, and then the Ghostbusters song comes on, and Genevieve comes running into the room, and she's all fucking excited, and you know, and then there's other songs. There's this song, I don't know if it's new or not, but it's called Spooky Scary Skeletons, and it's like this little spooky scary skeletons. Like that's like the you know, but dude, Christopher loves it. Christopher like hears it and he comes in and he's fucking dancing and he's like singing to it, and like, you know, so like it's for me, thinking about my childhood, I was like Genevieve. I was all concerned about the candy and like.
But did you get like all hype about your
I
costumes?
fucking loved it.
Were you like, I'm gonna fucking like go in like hard onto my costume, or were you just
nah.
like? See, I was hard on the costumes when
Really?
I was a kid. Yeah.
I was a fucking pain in the ass kid because I don't know why I never got super creative with the costumes.
Right.
Other kids did. Other kids had awesome costumes.
I don't think it was so much me that was creative. My father was super creative with it. Like he got
Really?
into it. It was weird. Like my dad came off like a real miserable fuck to the whole world.
Yeah.
But like one-on-one, like me and him had like our own world.
I feel like that's what I'm going to be like.
Yeah. And,
I feel like that's what I am like.
Yeah.
My kids are going to know a version of me that
nobody else will. Because that's how it is with my dad. I know a version of my dad that nobody else knows.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's fucking extraordinary.
Yeah.
But like I remember being like 4 years old and like loving like He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. And, you know, you could just as easily go out to a fucking store and buy a Skeletor outfit, you know, in 1984.
Right.
But my dad made that motherfucker by hand.
Really?
Yeah, man. I had like a fucking powder blue leotard fucking thing, and then like he made the entire fucking chest thing and the fucking loincloth and all out of like purple felt. And I had like furry boots and a fucking sword, and then he like went and got a skull mask and painted that shit yellow.
Nice.
And put like little green cracks in it. Like I looked like fucking Skeletor.
Awesome.
You know what I mean? He like really went all out for that kind of stuff. So like I used to get excited for shit like this, for like Halloween and for, you know, stuff like that, because I knew like we were gonna like fucking really put some effort into it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was almost like I was doing the thing I wanted to do, but he was kind of living vicariously through it.
Yeah,
It was fun, and I liked
Well,
it.
and that's what we're kind of getting into. Like today, later on, I probably shouldn't say too loud in case my kids are sitting on them steps over there listening, but we're going to paint the pumpkins today.
Nice.
Genevieve loves it.
You're a painter? You're not a carver? You paint them?
I'll carve them.
Yeah.
I'll probably carve one. The kids
are going to paint them, right?
Kids will paint them because they're a little small yet, and they don't even. Genevieve will probably try to paint a face because I think Genevieve's going to be pretty creative.
Mm-hmm.
She's already starting to. I've been showing her, which you'll appreciate. This is I was showing her the other day. I said she had this little figurine sitting in front of us, and she's drawing. I said, look. see this little figurine right here that you like? It's like a Paw Patrol character or something. I said, look, this is how you draw that. You have to look at it and see the shapes.
Yeah, you gotta draw the shapes
see
first.
what shape do you see here? Oh, that's a triangle. That's the top of the head right there. That's a triangle, you know? And these are the 2 triangle ears, you know? And then I'm showing her how to look for the shapes.
Yeah.
See the eyes? What are the eyes? Oh, they're ovals. Fuck, that's even better. I didn't know you knew what an oval was, you know? Like, yep, they're 2 ovals, you know, with little circles inside for the eyeballs, you know? And so now I'm teaching her how to draw and use that.
Draw all these shapes and then add some values.
Yeah,
Yep.
you know, so we're getting there, and she's still practicing and getting better. But I think at some point in the near future we're gonna have to like get a little art table and set it up, and I'll have to like start really showing her how to like shade and do different techniques as she gets older and better, and I'm gonna be passing the knowledge down, man. You know?
Yep.
So.
See, I think like that's what I'm getting like with my daughter right now.
Yeah.
It's like there's somebody I can pass that kind of shit on to.
Yeah.
Like with John, it was like we bonded over the things that we bonded over. Like he loves pro wrestling. And,
Okay.
like, we would bond over that.
Yeah.
And then like with Victor, it was like he loves all the mob movies and all that shit, and he loves chicks and girls and all that. Like so, like we're like 2 dudes together.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
now my daughter, like I said, is like. She's the one that likes the music. She's the one that likes the art. She's the one that likes the comic characters. You know, she loves Batman, all that shit. And I don't think it's really like she's taking cues from me. I'm just getting lucky knowing that she likes it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, even like the music that she listens to, it's very generational.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, she makes me, like, the best fucking half hour I have every day is taking her to school. So, like, we'll be in the car driving to school, and like we'll just listen to music and bullshit and stuff like that, and she'll like put on what she wants to listen to one day, and then I'll put on what I want to listen to one day, and it's like, you know, it's essentially the same.
Yeah.
It's just the subject matter is a little different. It's geared towards a different audience, but like, you know, and I'll break it down for her and be like, the music's great here, but the fucking I can't get into the vocals or what they're singing about, but you know.
Well,
but it's
like
nice
you said,
to, like
you
bond
said,
over
it's
it.
generational differences because the
Right.
way they think is going to be different than you and I. We grew up in a different generation
Right.
with different ideas and things that we're concerned about, and I think it's interesting. It's kind of insightful now, like listening to you and your relationship to each child, because like, especially Victor. Victor's reached out to me a few times, and I thought, well, what does this kid really want from me?
Yeah,
you know, like
right.
I don't know what. But now mentioning like the things that he's interested in, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
maybe that's why
He loves
he's talking.
cars.
He likes
yeah.
cars, but I also
Yeah.
think he sees the way that I move, and maybe he's curious, like,
Yeah.
how's he doing this, you
Right.
know? Which I was the same way. I do relate a lot to Victor, to my nephew, who's a young kid that's 20-something. I always say that 20-year-old guys, they're not stupid.
Right.
They're just fucking morons. And the thing is, it's because you see something and you want it. You want
just
to
don't know
try
how
to
to get there. You're
You
right.
just don't know how to do it yet.
Right.
And nobody's taught you. You're inexperienced, which is what I would. That's what I mean by you're a moron. You're inexperienced, really. That's just a.
You're naive.
I'm being a dickhead calling
Right.
you a moron, but that's what my old school people used to do to me. You're a fucking moron. Stop thinking. I don't pay you to think. You
Right.
know, like.
That's true.
And I'm not trying to insult your son.
No, I don't take it.
I don't think your son is dumb at all. I think
No, he's really. I think right now he's kind of coming into his own. He's figuring
Yeah.
out something he's good at, and like. I'm
Well,
like,
you and I talked about prior
Yeah.
to the recording about things that he's got going on, and I hope it works out for him. I think it will. I still think,
Yeah.
dude, he's what? He's under.
only 20. 20. Yeah, 21.
He's not even. Yeah, so he's a young guy.
Right.
Young guy.
He's a kid.
You know, he's got a solid 9 more. I always tell.
Listen, man. As long as you ain't gonna get nobody pregnant in the next
Yeah.
9 years or whatever,
Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do
Victor,
that.
if you're listening,
don't get nobody pregnant.
don't fucking do it, bud.
Yeah.
All right? Practice for the big game.
Yep.
But it's not time for the big game,
Nah.
okay?
Get your feet under you first, and then you can worry about that
man.
shit.
Get a good career going. Get a little place of your own.
Start
you know?
hustling. Yep.
Yeah, you know? That's that mob shit, man. The mob, first of all, I hate the word mob.
Nah, I don't like it either.
But I grew up in the mentality of like, which you'll appreciate. Remember in The Sopranos, at one point Tony says, what
love
is
The
the mob?
Sopranos.
What is the mob?
Yeah.
You know what the mob is? It's street guys that are trying to make some fucking money, and the government's cracking down on them.
Yeah.
That's all I see. Legal. We're gonna go into a whole philosophical
Right.
thing here right now. I'm sorry. We're supposed to be talking about fucking Halloween, but legal and moral are not the same, and that's where mob, becomes a thing. It's a fucking FBI file where they put people and they say, "Oh, you're a bad guy. You go in here." Anyway, Halloween, man. Halloween. That's my political dispute for the day. Stop fucking with me. I'm not a fucking...
like, you can't, like, when you, like, what would you fucking be for Halloween, man? Like, what
Me?
Would you, yeah, like, what were you, like, your fucking
As a kid,
things?
I remember trying to be not trying. I was a Ninja Turtle. I loved the Ninja Turtles. Yeah.
Nice. So that's what I love about it. I love, like, you get nostalgic about the things you were.
Yeah.
You know?
Probably a Ghostbuster at one point. I can't
Ghostbusters,
really remember.
I had a friend who was always Teen Wolf. It seemed like
Really?
every year he would dress like Teen Wolf. He
That's
loved being a
cool.
werewolf.
Yeah.
He was really into werewolves. Every time we would talk about monsters and shit, he was all about werewolves.
I loved wolves.
The one year, his dad was a fucking barber, right?
Really?
So, like, he kept his kid's hair. Every time he would cut his son's hair, he would keep his hair.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the year, on Halloween, he would fucking make the whole fucking Teen Wolf outfit. It was crazy.
Wild.
It was wild. Like, he had, like, this fucking adhesive on the... Like, it was bizarre the way that he did it.
That's pretty cool.
But, I mean, at least it wasn't other people's hairs.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
It
The
was-
little pubic hair
yeah.
in there. The lady next door that does Brazilian saved this for me.
Yeah, man, it was crazy. But he always had a good looking outfit. I mean, he always looked like Teen Wolf every year.
That's cool.
Yeah, but and then like my one buddy, he was always Beetlejuice. My buddy Michael Martin would be Beetlejuice every fucking year. But it was like, look, I'm just getting dressed up to go get the fucking candy.
You know what's sad to me is that I remember being such an insecure kid that probably in my early teens I stopped getting dressed up and did more of like the I'm gonna be like a zombie skater or like some like like every
You didn't
time
want to geek out too hard.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
like you're so insecure that you think it's not cool. I hate when I see young people that are like
Doing the same thing that you
well,
were doing.
Well,
Yeah.
they're consumed with this
Idea of
aesthetic, like cool.
Yeah.
Cool is so
Cool is doing whatever the fuck you want to do.
Dude, it took me so long
Yeah.
to realize that, man, that like it's okay to have fun, and if some dude is gonna break your balls or some chick's gonna break your balls because like
Yeah.
I'm having fun right now and I want to get dressed
You don't
up
want nothing
like
to
a
do with them
fucking-
anyway. Fuck them people.
But you can't explain that to a
Yeah.
12-year-old. A 12-year-old thinks that this is the end of the fucking world because
Right.
the cool kid in
It's because
school.
their world is so small
Yeah.
that like every situation is like life or death, and they don't realize that it's like it's not that small. Like
You know
your
what's-
life is big.
You know what's crazy is recently, very recently, I came into contact with a guy that you and I went to school with, and in my mind, he was one of the coolest kids. Like, I don't want to say his name because I don't want to like, I don't know, I don't want to put him out there. I don't want to make the guy feel bad or whatever. But in my mind, he was one of the cool kids. And I mean, I've gone to school with this kid since first fucking grade.
Right.
But we never really interacted much. We never, like, we didn't really share any time together or talk together. We didn't hang out. Like, he had friends that were friends with me, but we never really mingled or talked at all. And when we did, I was, like, so fucking caught up in the fact that, like, I wasn't one of him. I wasn't a cool kid. He was a sports guy. He played sports. Everybody loved him. Everybody thought he was awesome. But then recently, I bumped into him, and he's a nice fucking guy. He's a regular, normal, nice fucking dude. And we're sitting there talking. Our daughters go to dance class together. Oh, sorry, I hit the mic. Our daughters are going to the same dance class, so we're like every week now we sit there and bullshit and talk. And dude, he's fascinated with me.
Yeah,
He's
right.
asking me questions about, well, where did you go after high school? What did you do? You went in the military. Holy shit, where'd you go? You went over to Germany? You went to this? You did that? And he's like fucking blown away by what I've done, and to me, I'm just thinking like, yeah, it was cool, like I don't know, yeah, I just fucking went on some adventures, man, you know, and like, but like it's neat because you think to yourself like, at the time you put this person on a pedestal and you think like, dude, that's what I want to be like,
And then you find out that like their life is kind of like
it's not his life is bad, his life is really good,
but your life is what it was, and
But we're both looking at each other. Even the fact that he knew that I was a skateboarder. And I remember like saying to him, well, you know, you were like a star basketball player and everybody liked you and this and that. And he's like, well, yeah, but like, dude, you skateboarded and you were really good. Like, I remember thinking, dude, I could never fucking do what he does. Mm-hmm. And when he said that, I suddenly realized we're always looking at the other person thinking that they got something that I don't got, you know, right. Or like, you know, you're just two fucking dudes sitting on a park bench waiting for your daughters to be done dance class. Like, you're, you know, but in high school and in middle school and in elementary school and in kindergarten, you know, like it's always like this, I gotta be cool. You don't have to be fucking cool. Yeah. You know what made that kid so cool? Is that he didn't give a fuck
what anybody else thought.
He just did what was fun. He was like, I like playing basketball. I'm going to play basketball.
Yeah.
I admire that. I wish I would have learned that so much earlier on. I wish, John, the honest answer.
So much of that trying to be cool is just trying to parlay it into fucking getting laid. You know
well,
what I mean? Like, that's
yes,
a lot of it is.
That's true, because the chick that I was like head over heels in love with,
right?
She definitely used to flirt with that dude a lot. And they might have dated, I don't even know, you know?
Like, I need to lean a little bit more into whatever he's doing.
Yeah, there is that, like, I'm doing it wrong. You know, he's getting the chick. I'm obviously, you know, I'm not fucking cool. Oh, excuse me. I'm getting over a fucking cold. But anyway, to bring this back to the Halloween thing, I want to answer your question. You asked me a question, and I gave you a long fucking drawn-out story. Dude, I didn't really get that excited about getting dressed up because I was so concerned.
Am I going to look like a fucking nerd if I do this? Yeah.
You know, I was so caught up in my head, and now looking back,
I wish you kind of had a little bit more fun.
Well, I don't regret the past. I just want to encourage my kids to be more confident. Right. You know, that's really the goal. Is like, dude, be whatever you want, be happy. You know. Like with my son, I'm encouraging my son to be emotional and show that, like, you're affectionate and you're hurt or you're loved or whatever. Like, because in my house, dude, that was not okay.
Nah, right.
You know?
Yeah.
So with Halloween, man, I'm excited. I'm excited for them. I'm excited for my kids. That's really what makes me happy.
That's what the fun part of it is, because, like, Halloween, like, you know, in the beginning when, you know, we have Genevieve saying this is not for children, and I said, well, this one is for children.
Yeah.
It really is for your children.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if you think about it, like, Halloween, fucking Christmas, those fucking holidays are for your kids.
Right.
When you were a kid, you didn't give a fuck about Labor Day.
Thanksgiving's for
you know
me,
what I mean?
man.
Yeah, Thanksgiving's great. Thanksgiving's awesome.
Yeah.
But
my kids ain't even going to eat on Thanksgiving. They're going to be like, I want mac and cheese and cranberry sauce.
Do you remember, like, when Labor Day would roll around when you were fucking 12? You didn't give a fuck.
Right.
But now that you're fucking 40-some years old, you're like, fucking Labor Day's coming, dude. I can't wait to have a fucking 3-day weekend. Like, Labor Day is the shit. Memorial Day is the shit. Like, those are great holidays. Fucking Thanksgiving is the shit.
Well, Memorial Day's a little rough for me. You know?
No, I understand. But, I mean, like, it's nice
and Veterans
to fucking
Day,
appreciate that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Veterans Day, I get butt fucked hard.
Do you? Oh,
dude, I have never in my fucking life, except for one time when I was a bad junkie and I was like unemployed, I had off on Veterans Day. But at that point, let's be honest, I was probably fucking close to suicidal. So, you know, ain't no celebrating on that day.
Well, I just like, but like Halloween, like, the world doesn't stop because of Halloween.
I wish Halloween was a federal holiday, not because I want necessarily the day off, but because I think it's an important family values day.
It is, but there's a part of it, to me, that says I don't want it to be.
Yeah?
Because I like that regardless of what's going on, you make some kind of fucking time for this.
Yeah.
For your kid, it's the number one priority.
I think
even though you got to get up and go to work and you got to do your fucking regular shit.
Yeah.
There's something about the fucking the work that has to go into providing this fucking day for your kid.
Yeah.
Amongst the normal shit that you have to do that makes it appealing. There's an appreciation that I have just for that. Like, you still got to work on Halloween if it's on a weekday.
Yeah.
You know? And then, like, those times when it does fall on, like, a fucking Saturday, you're like, oh, what a fucking treat.
Yeah.
What a treat. A Saturday or a Sunday, Halloween, it's fucking awesome.
I like the atmosphere. So, like, I know that there's a lot of people out there. I have a friend that's, she's not like a goth chick. It's a buddy of mine's girlfriend, fiance. I'm not sure what they got going on right now. But they live together. Anyway,
I think I
she-
met this girl at your barbecue.
Yeah. So Ivy loves Halloween culture and like
Yeah.
loves the Nightmare Before Christmas thing and like, you know, and I think that's neat. I like the fact that it's usually creative people that use like a lot of creativity in it, and like they decor their house with not quite gothic, but it's just Halloween. It's
Right.
bats and witches.
It's
and,
a little bit more
you know,
eccentric than...
Yeah, I think it's fun. I mean, I think it's cool. I mean, I definitely feel nostalgic like when I talk to her about it, and I see like she'll post pictures of the way they decorated their apartment, and I'm like, I don't know, I kind of think it's cool. You know? Like
It's
I kind
very
of think
cool.
it's
it's fun.
you know, there's a part, maybe it's a 90s thing that's just
Yeah.
like, I don't
Dude,
know.
anytime I see anything where people are like so like interested in something that it's like they have to devote like a part of their house to it, or like they have to like this is what I'm into.
Yeah.
And like this is what makes my life unique, and I gotta fucking clear out a space just for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's an appreciation that I have for that. Where a lot of people might turn their nose up at it and be like, why are you
No, but you know
For
what?
me, it's like that's the shit.
Let me defend this, and this is going to bring it to the conversation we had prior to the recording this episode, is we were kind of discussing the fact that we're so annoyed with politics right now and social agendas and how everybody's so wrapped up in it. And to me, when we see that somebody is like, I really love Halloween and I like...
Right.
You know, and they're all excited. And like you said, they decor their house with like certain things that they really enjoy. To me, it's like a breath of fresh air, because right now people aren't doing that so much. Dude, people that are hard right, or maybe not even hard right, but they are very Republican or very Democrat, they feel like they need to illustrate through everything in their life.
Yeah.
Which is kind of the same mentality, only it's not yours. It's a goddamn political agenda, and nobody, dude, it's fucking boring.
It's corny.
Stupid. It's divisive. You're starting fucking arguments for no reason.
Yeah.
I would rather see that you really enjoy Freddy Krueger movies,
Right.
and like tell me all about it. Tell me why you love it so much,
Yep.
or you know, sports guys that like sports. But right now, it seems like the political and the social shit is overwhelming everything.
Yeah,
so
I'd much
that,
rather see like a bumper sticker that is like something
I'm
special interest.
Yeah, dude, I don't want to
You know?
see that.
I don't
like,
want to see your Let's Go Brandon bumper stickers anymore, man.
We should make our own bumper stickers that say, Freddie doesn't give a fuck about your political opinion. He will kill you in your sleep no matter what.
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't that be an awesome bumper sticker?
Something. I mean,
Freddie
something in
gives
that
zero
vein.
fucks
Yep.
about your political opinion.
Freddy Krueger don't give a fuck about Republicans or Democrats. Yeah.
I just
like
want
that.
to, dude, I just want to get back to
Yeah, I just want to fucking like enjoy life without fucking having to be divided with motherfuckers.
Guys
you
that
know
want
what
to go fishing, I want to hear all about fishing. I don't
Yeah, I
give a
wanna
fuck
hear
about your
about none of that
political
shit.
opinion,
None of
man.
it.
You know?
I mean? Right.
And you're like, who you have sex with? Dude, go do it and just leave me the fuck
Yeah, I
alone
don't care.
about it.
I can't
you know?
be in the room with you when you're coming. I don't care. I don't care who you
Is that
have
what your
sex with.
goal is? Are you
Right.
like a fucking exhibitionist? You want to?
Right.
You want me to watch you butt fuck your boyfriend? I don't give a no, man.
Yeah, nobody's
You
telling
want to
you
watch
you
me
can't.
have sex with my wife?
You
Well,
don't.
no offense, but I don't want you to watch me. It's a
No.
very private thing for me. You know, like I'm not that kind of fucking. I don't want a fans only account. You know?
Nah, no fans only.
Oh my god.
I love that you call it fans only.
Was it
It's
only?
only fans,
I
but
don't
you
know,
always
fuck
call it fans only. Like it's like it's such
It's
a
so-
dad quality. To something that's-
I don't know. I get
Yeah.
confused. I'm a moron.
That's
Maybe I'm
funny.
dyslexic. When it comes to titties, I'm dyslexic. I
Nah.
can't tell if it's a left or the right.
I
you
think
know?
like the Halloween though. I think I love the creativity that you're allowed to have with it. Like I remember the one year fucking dressing my son up like Two-Face from Batman.
Yeah,
And it was
That's
fucking.
cool.
I had so much fun painting his face, and it was like, oh, you know what we could do? We could fucking
Johnny?
spike up.
Johnny
No,
or Victor?
Victor actually. It was Victor, and he was like, all right, yeah, I'll be Two-Face, and you know, like I fucking like painted his face. I put like prosthetic on there, all this shit to like make it just look just so. And then I
Awesome.
was like, you know what we could do? We could like take this side of your hair and like fucking put gel in it and put like spikes in it on just this side, and then we'll comb this side down real clean. And, like it was so much fun, you know. And then
Dude,
he
that's
looked
rad.
fucking great. He looked great. He
Dude,
looked
do you have a
fucking spot
picture
on.
of it?
Yeah, I think I have it up on like Facebook or whatever. Maybe we'll put it up on the fucking thing. Maybe that's what we could do. We could find like pictures of like, the kids dressed up or whatever and put them in like an Instagram story or some shit.
Well, maybe for this album art,
Yeah.
for this episode.
Yeah, I
that'd
got
be cool.
and actually Suzanne, she painted her face like the Heath Ledger Joker.
Really?
And I got pictures of them together. It looked pretty cool. Really cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. We had
I
fun
like
that
it,
year.
man.
And dude, the worst. One year, me and my son Johnny, it was like turned out to be the worst Halloween of my fucking life. But like my son John loves professional wrestling, like loves it. And he was like, "Hey, I think I'm gonna be Chris Jericho," And Chris Jericho always would like have like these like fucking like rhinestone like shirts and shit like that, and like this funny beard and all. So he went out and he got like this real sparkly fucking rhinestone silver shirt with like these black stripes that were all rhinestoned out. And I was like, "All right, yeah, you know what, motherfucker, you're gonna be Jericho. Like, here's my chance to fucking dress up like a wrestler. I'm gonna dress." So I dressed up like Bam Bam Bigelow, because I'm big and
Sure.
I had bald head and everything, and I drew like tattoos on my head. I had like a Bigelow shirt. I made a pair of pants that had flames on it and shit. Dude, I looked just like Bigelow. Looked just like him. It was awesome.
You should have posted pictures on Instagram.
I think I have a picture of myself as Bigelow somewhere. And but anyway, that day our fucking dog got out and got hit by a car.
Oh my god!
And then I had to put
man.
the dog down. So I'm like at the fucking animal hospital dressed like Bam Bam Bigelow, putting my dog to sleep. It was fucking terrible.
Holy
But
shit!
yeah, man. But so like it would have been like a great fucking Halloween turned into a fucking nightmare, but it was whatever. But we had fun getting dressed up for it, man. But they're like spot on fucking outfits. They were great. And there's like pictures of me and my son like wrestling with each other. And so so like Halloween's a great time to bond with your kids if you could just like let your guard down and be a fucking geek.
Well, I
You know
think
what I
that's
mean?
the important part, man. Is
You gotta
like,
be a geek. One day of the year, just let yourself be a fucking nerd and have fun.
Well, you say geek, but in my head, it just
Me
means...
and Victor dressed up as the Road Warriors one year.
Yeah?
I don't know if you know who they are, but they
No.
were... Me and Victor fucking put on like shoulder pads and shit, painted our faces.
So you say Road Warriors, and
The Legion of Doom. The
I
Legion of
always
Doom are a
think
tag
of
team.
Mad Max. I'm like,
Well,
Road Warriors.
they're based on Mad Max.
Oh,
Their
okay.
outfits are based on Mad Max.
All right, so it makes sense.
So like we let's just get dressed as the Road Warriors and like go to Walmart. And like we went to like Walmart, we went to the diner, and we had fun. It was just fun fucking being jerk offs for a night,
Maybe I'll take some of this energy and I'll come up with something creative.
Yeah, man.
So I always said to Gabby, I've been trying to get Gabby to buy me the Big Lebowski sweater.
Ah, dude, you should totally be the dude. If you dressed up as the dude, I would dress up as Walter Walter.
Oh my god,
I would
dude, we
totally
should do
it.
this.
I would totally do it. Yeah, man.
Donnie, shut the fuck
Yeah,
up,
we gotta
Donnie.
get somebody to be Donnie. All that shit. That'd be fucking great.
Who could we
get
get
somebody
to
to be
be
like the
Donnie?
Jesus. The Jesus is a great character. Dude, I would love to see Gabby dressed up as the Jesus. Get her like a purple jumpsuit and a bandana and a fucking bowling ball. It'd be fucking great.
I'm trying to think. Oh, Jesus is the.
It's John Turturro.
The rival bowler.
And
yeah.
he's like, he's a pederast, man. He's fucking... I want to fuck you in the ass next Tuesday, motherfucker. Dude, that would be great. Oh, dude,
shit,
you should
man.
totally do it. Totally.
Gabby's not
fucking...
going to play the game, but we could find somebody.
Nah,
I think we could-
She won't do it.
Nah, she won't do that. She wants to do something with the dogs. Last year,
Okay.
so what's cool about Gabby?
She did Cruella.
She
I
did
remember
Cruella
that was
DeVille,
cool as shit.
and I'm the one that told her how to pose and hold
Right.
like the cigarette thing and everything.
Yeah.
So like that's how we got the photo, and like, dude, it came out pretty awesome.
It did. I
you
remember
know?
that. I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Gabby's
so,
the shit, dude.
yeah,
Yeah, you
she's
got yourself a cool ass wife.
she's a good person. She's
Yeah,
not
man.
feeling too good right now, but
Nah, no.
you know.
But it's whatever.
well, it was a rough day. Well, it wasn't a rough day yesterday. We had a great day. We had my son's birthday.
Yeah.
We had a cool get together. A bunch of people came over. We had a little fire out back. It was cool. It was a nice time.
Yeah.
The problem is my daughter fucking took a nap at 6 p.m. and then woke up
Yeah.
at 8 o'clock.
She was up all fucking night.
all fucking night, dude.
I slept all day yesterday too, but I still
Dude.
fell asleep at a regular time last night.
I don't even know why we didn't go in there and wake her the fuck up, man. Like, why did we let her sleep for 2 fucking hours and then Gabby was like, well, we'll just carry her up. And I was like, dude, it's not gonna, the moment I touch her, she's gonna wake the fuck
That's
up.
it, she's up.
We
Yeah.
should have just let her sleep on the couch, I I mean, she was up all. She's probably asleep right now. Suddenly it's all quiet in my house, and I keep thinking like
Maybe they're out.
they're fucking lights out, dude.
Yep.
They're watching Ancient Aliens, and they went to sleep.
That was another great. Victor, I keep going back to Halloween. Me and
Because
Victor,
we're supposed to be talking about Halloween.
Me and Victor were one year. My girl, her sister had like a benefit. My girlfriend's sister was going through something medically.
Okay.
And they had like a benefit around Christmas, around the Halloween time. So
Okay.
they made it like this big Halloween party.
Nice.
And everybody got dressed up, and it was a blast, dude. It was a fucking blast. Suzanne was fucking David Bowie, and she had like the fucking flash through her face.
Nice.
And she goes all out. Like Suzanne's good at it. And what the fuck? Her son always dresses up as cool shit too. Elijah would always fucking dress up as something cool.
Okay.
And but me and Victor were fucking Marcellus Wallace and Butch from fucking Pulp
Nice.
Fiction.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
dude, I had the orange shirt. And I had a fucking and we fucking splattered it with like red for the blood.
Yeah.
And I had like this great like gray fucking suit jacket, and I bicked everything, dude. I was clean shaven.
Wait, did you
thick.
do blackface?
No, I didn't do no blackface. I didn't do anything like that. But dude, we made
That's it. I'm telling my wife.
and then
I'm telling my wife you did
Victor
blackface.
he looked great as Bruce Willis. He looked, because we had like the brown leather jacket and the white shirt. It was an easy fucking costume. And then we
Nice.
just spattered his whole fucking like shirt with like the
Made it
fucking
look like he
blood.
had a broken nose.
Yeah, and dude, the one night we're sitting up and we had like these like little fucking orange balls and electrical tape, and we're making fucking gag balls to put around our necks and shit. It was, dude, they were great. I think I got a picture of that too. I should put that up.
Dude, you guys had fun.
Ah, man, yeah, that's the dude. Halloween is a fucking thing that you just gotta have fun with.
Yeah.
You got it.
I mean, you keep saying to geek out, but I don't think it's geeking out.
I think it's just having fun, man.
I think it's letting your guard down.
Yeah.
And just like having fun. It's not a geek thing.
Dude, it's fucking awesome. And then, like, you know, like when you're an adult and you go to parties and shit and you fucking geek out real hard and some chick is there. If you're single and you're geeking out at a fucking Halloween party, like, dude, you're gonna get a fucking blowy from like some chick who's dressed up as something cool, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
like
fucking
a zombie
blast.
nun slut.
Yeah,
dude.
man, you get fucking hammered. Like, wouldn't that be fun? Like, you're dressed up as like Mr. Spock and you're banging some fucking zombie or something. Like, that's a blast.
That's a porno that I would watch.
Right, exactly.
I would watch that on Fans Only.
Yes, exactly. It's your one day of the year that you could just like be like a cosplay fucking maniac.
You know what the cosplay thing that I can't stand? I've seen some porn lately where I don't know why it's popping up on my YouPorn feed, because I have a YouPorn feed. But the chicks that like cross their eyes and stick their tongue out, like it's like on a. It always reminds me of like a hentai, like a fucking cartoon,
Like anime or something?
Yeah, like they're all like,
And they
you know?
act it out?
It's like a very obnoxious orgasm face or something, but like Asian,
Right.
You know, and it's
Asian
like,
in nature.
yeah, well, like it comes from like anime and like hentai cartoons and stupid shit like that. But like, dude, to me, it does nothing for me. I'm like, this is so fucking stupid. Like, I don't. But I'm sure some 20-year-old kid is just fucking painting his walls white, like looking at this, and I'm like, dude, I'm not interested in this at all. I'm an old guy. I know that I'm an old guy at this point, dude. I'm like, I don't get it no more. I don't fucking get
I
it.
don't even want to get into it, but you know,
Yeah,
how
we're
I
not
am
gonna
with
do
it.
the porn thing today.
I'm a
but
very traditional porn guy. Like,
Yeah.
you just show me some normal shit. That's all I want.
I
don't
will
wanna see
say
nothing
that,
crazy.
like, dude, once upon a time as a '90s kid, fucking a goth chick was like, dude, number one on the
Yeah.
list, dude. It was like, I
Well-
need to jizz inside this chick's fucking. Dude, and like girls wearing fucking ripped up fishnet stockings to school. I don't care what the cool kids say. They wanted to fuck that chick, dude.
Oh yeah,
Everybody
get the
wanted
fuck
to
out of here.
fuck
If you
that
didn't,
chick.
anybody that fucking acts like, oh yeah, that girl was a fucking mall rat or whatever
Dude,
the fuck,
let me
like
tell
shut
you,
the fuck up.
her
She was
little
hot.
little
Yeah.
fucking black leather mini pants or whatever the fuck it is with fucking ripped up fishnets.
Fishnets everywhere, and your
And
black
crazy,
eyeliner, and your black
crazy
lipstick.
fucking
crazy
stiletto
hair.
boots and shit. I'm like, dude, I will
It
fucking.
was sexy.
Dude, I'll listen to Rob Zombie and fucking just destroy her pussy, dude. I fucking destroy
What's that?
shit.
You like Marilyn Manson? I love him too.
I will fucking jizz all over you to fucking I put a spell on you,
Yeah.
all right, dude?
Dude, lie about what you like.
Yeah.
Because you want that girl.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, I will go full goth on you, all right? I will I will wear the lipstick while I'm eating you out, all right?
Whatever you need. Yeah, I don't understand that shit. Like, if you were acting like you didn't like...
But that's the problem with the insecurity thing. So think about it. Even the cool kids would never admit that, like,
Look.
I want to fuck. Which I will say for the new generation now, all bets are off. Like, you'll see like a sports kid that's dating some girl that's got fucking face tattoos and all kinds of crazy shit, and it's like, I don't understand this at all. And everybody's very open-minded now.
Right.
But it's like, when our generation, there were definitive lines. You're a sports kid, you stick with the cheerleader chicks, and like,
Right.
you know, like, oh, you're a mall rat, a goth kid, a skater, a grunge kid. You guys are over there. You stay the fuck over there, you know. And then me, dude, believe it or not, I was flirting with black chicks in our high school.
Fucking right.
Oddly enough, there was a girl that I did have a crush on, whose name was, don't tell my wife, her name was Gabby. Her name was Gabrielle. Yeah.
I don't think I even remember
So
her.
like they all the black kids, this is how fucked up our 90s was, is they all sat at the same fucking lunch table, but this chick would come over and talk to me and like fucking
Nice.
and I always remember thinking like, dude, I love you. I fucking love you're cool. I like you. I don't know I wonder what you taste like, you know?
Nothing wrong with that, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. And then, you know what's sad is, like, the other day I was at a Wawa, and I saw a dude that we went to high school with who I was never friends with.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say his name, but, like you said, he was, like, very much down that path of just being, like, you know, I'm not, like, he wasn't, there was nothing fun about this kid. And he was a jerk off.
Okay.
You know, like, he was, like, straight on, like, sports fucking popularity fucking dude or whatever, like a jock type guy.
Okay.
And I see him at the Wawa and looked miserable.
Really?
Yeah, he looked miserable. He was going like wildly fucking, like he was a handsome, good looking kid. Really going bald, looked miserable as fuck, looked stressed out. He's getting like a fucking Wawa Sizzly and a fucking Coke for breakfast. Like, just looked like, man, what the fuck, dude? Maybe you should have just had a little bit more fun or something. And then I look at myself and I go, okay, you're not far off from looking like that miserable or whatever, or being that old or looking, but I still just geek out and have fun, you know?
Well, I think that it's also circumstantial, because like that dude might be going to a job that he fucking hates.
Probably
but maybe,
hates it. Yeah.
Maybe he's got a family at home that he loves, though. Like,
Yeah, you
dude,
never know.
I'm sure people look at me and like I've even noticed, you know, that like that dude that I said that I befriended recently, but we all grew up together. Like, even he kind of mentioned, he's like, well, you know, you got big, you got like, you know, you're covering fucking tattoos and shit, and you like,
Yeah, you're not the little guy anymore.
yeah, well, I
Right.
think people look at me now and they're like, oh, they probably are a little taken off. I've had people say to me, man, you don't look very approachable. But then when I start talking to people and I open up,
Yeah.
it's a little different, you know? But from just looking at me, people don't, I guess normal people that aren't from Delco are like, I'm not talking to that fucking guy, you know? So, like, I don't know. I think this area has a lot to do with it. But also, like, I don't know, man. I was, like, picked on as a kid, and, like, I was insecure. And for the longest time, I held resentments towards, like, the kids that I thought, you know, were cool or whatever. And, like, now I guess I'm kind of opening up and I'm realizing that, dude, like, we all had our fucking struggles. Like, we all had our struggles and, like, our things that, like, we wanted to be or do or whatever. And it's like, really, I'm getting to the point where I always tell people, I'm a secret optimist. I secretly really hope that you're doing all right, man. I hope that, like, I hope you're okay, you know? Because, life is fucking short, dude.
Yep, it's short and it's hard.
We blinked our eyes and we were fucking 20 years older.
I know.
You know?
That's crazy because like before like we started doing this, I mean I'd see you sporadically.
Sure.
But I mean we're talking 20-year span.
Yeah.
Since we were in high school, and then like.
And that's a lot of guys. Like,
Yeah.
I guess I recently started like bumping into people that I grew up with, and it's like I felt bad. We have a friend, this girl that we went to school with, you and I, and she reached out to me because she was trying to get sober, and she was dealing with some shit, and like somebody mentioned in like one of the groups about Interboro High School that they were going to have a class reunion at the fucking Ridley Ale House or whatever it's called, the Ridley House or whatever.
House or some shit, yeah.
And I was like, nah, I'm not fucking going. And then like that chick specifically, because I was kind of like helping her and talking to her about like getting sober, you know. And she said, you know, well, that's a real shame because I would like to see you there. And I think there's a lot of people that would actually, believe it or not, would like to see you.
Yeah, I say that a lot too. Like, I think if they had like an Interboro reunion, I might not want to go.
Well, I was surprised because I was a little bitter at first. And I said, well, I didn't have a good time in Interboro, so I don't really give a fuck if I see anybody. But like now, especially after talking to that dude and then talking to her and then like bumping into some other people.
Maybe you're wrong about that assumption.
You're totally wrong, dude. We're all adults now. We all have children. We're all dealing with the same problems. And that whole high school like
people change, man.
Clicks and bullshit. It's over.
Yep.
It's fucking over.
It was over the day you fucking walked out the building,
dude.
You know?
Over, man.
And dude, for me, it was like I went to work at Kmart right after high school. I worked at Kmart.
Yeah.
And I worked with a lot of people who went to high school with.
Yeah.
And dude, all that shit was over.
Yeah.
Like I ended up being great friends with somebody that I never talked to in high school.
Yeah.
You know, like that's just how it was. You know?
And even some of the guys that I was really close with,
you're not close with them at all.
Yeah.
That's how I am. My best friend in high school, I don't think I even talked to him anymore.
So there was a dude in the grade below us that I was really close with, and I don't know. I went in the military. We stayed friends, but he drank a lot and you know did other things too. And he was like in love with my little sister, but she wanted nothing to do with him. Mm-hmm. I feel kind of bad because I think that's really why we probably don't talk that much anymore.
Yeah.
But he's also like, dude, he's just like a barfly, man. He just doesn't do anything, you know? So it's like, I see him around and it's like, oh, hey, what's up, man? How are you? But dude, we don't have nothing to talk about.
Nah.
I have a wife and kids and shit going on, and I'm like doing things, and like this dude, his motivation is work, bar, watch the fucking Phillies, bar, you know? And it's like, dude, I don't know what to talk to you about, you know? I honestly don't give a fuck what's going on with the Phillies, and I don't sit in bars.
You don't care about the Phillies at all? I can't watch baseball during the year. I can't get into it. And I'm not a baseball fan, but I do get excited when other people are excited. It's like when we talked about the fucking Eagles that time.
So I do know that they're like, I don't know if they played last night.
They played last night. They won. They lost the night before.
So they got one more game, and then they're on their way to the World Series.
Yeah. Yep.
So I know that much, and I keep up on, I keep a distant eye on them.
Yeah.
And if they're doing good, I'm all for it, man.
It's fun. It's communal.
But I don't have enough time to devote to knowing each
everything.
player and knowing all their stats and who they're playing.
That's how I was with hockey for the longest time.
Yeah.
And then once I realized that like my team was dog shit,
yeah.
I was like, I cannot devote 3 hours.
Yeah.
4 times a week to watching a team lose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just it's too much time to put into something. You know,
well,
if you're not.
And then more
to get
importantly,
stressed out about it and get angry about it.
But even as we get older,
matter.
like you're talking about starting a little business of your own, and like, you know, like there's things that are going on that I just can't devote that much time to. And even this show, like there's a lot. Prior to this episode, you and I discussed some things that we want to change and work on, and like, dude, I'm so focused on trying to make our situation better, me and yours, me and my family's, that I don't have time to, like, you know, I can't even keep up with the TV shows that I'm watching. Like, I don't know if there's a new season out. You know, I don't, excuse me. I don't know until my friends tell me, oh, yeah, by the way, you know, Yellowstone's got a new season out. Oh, okay, I'll watch it now.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know, but I don't have time, man.
No.
I'm in go mode right now.
Yeah, that's how I am, too.
I love what we do. I love this show.
I love the show, too. I love it. I love doing this.
Dude, when you asked me about our content, I want to put it out there to the audience. Can you do us a favor and let us know unbiased, what you think of our content.
What you like, what you don't like. Tell us if
Give
you
us-
think it sucks.
Give us the truth.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm not going to get my feelings hurt. I'm not going to lash out. John won't do either. But we can't get better unless you tell us what you like and don't like about the show. I personally think that we have really good content.
Mm-hmm.
I know we're not always on topic, and sometimes we veer off like we did for the last 15 minutes.
And
but,
sometimes we seem like we're like old guys who are out of touch and shit like that, and that's fine.
that's
But-
our charm. I think our
yeah.
demographic is 40-year-olds, though. You know,
It should be.
35 to
Yeah.
50. Like, that's our...
Yeah, we're not
you
trying
know,
to attract young people.
20-year-olds are going to listen to us and go, these are fucking stupid. I want to go listen to Billie Eilish and talk about non-gender bullshit.
That's how out of touch we are. You still think Billie Eilish is a thing.
That's how stupid I am.
Yeah, but nah, this was fun. But yeah, if people like it, you have any criticisms of it, if you have any praise for it, like fucking sound off to us and let us know, you know?
Yeah, man.
We got an Instagram page, we got a Facebook page. You know, there's ways that you can get in touch with us, and you know,
You can even comment on the Podbean or Apple
yeah,
app.
yeah.
And we would love to hear some feedback. So
Maybe
please,
if you think
you
Chris
know.
is a jerk off, tell him he's a jerk off.
yeah, man. I'm okay with that. I kind of take full credit for that. So,
But if you think I'm a jerk off, handle me with kid gloves. Because
John
my
is a
feelings
little
will
more
get my hurt.
sensitive of a jerk off. You know, he jerks off like in a sock with lube. I'm more of like a bare
Sandpaper.
hands, like after I worked on a car all day with metal shards in my hands. I'm that kind of guy, you know, just fucking rubbing metal splinters into my dick. All right, man, music.
Sure. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Thanks for listening to Renaissance Man-Child. Renaissance Man-Child is a Yardbird Tuna production. If you enjoyed the show, please like, follow, and share. Any ideas or suggestions, feel free to reach out to us on Facebook or Instagram.
Oh, shit.
You talk good.